What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be analyzing the Colts 2021 NFL Draft. This is just my opinion on the picks. I'm going to talk about left tackle, and I'm also going to talk about the Chris Ballard haters on Twitter, aka the armchair GMs on Twitter who think they know how to run this team better than Chris Ballard. Before we get started, though, I need you guys to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below and that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop another video. Okay. This is the post-draft, a day after the draft. It's been a crazy past 3 days of the draft, starting with April 29th, which was the day one. April 29th was day one. Day two was April 30th, which was Friday, and yesterday was April. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. May, let's see. Yeah, May 1st. Excuse me, got my dates mixed up. May 1st was day three of the draft. Yesterday, the final day of the draft. And, oh, man, Chris Ballard, man. What can I say about him? This guy is the smartest and best GM in the NFL, man. He knows how to analyze talent, okay? So don't get it twisted that just because this was an unusual, it wasn't an unusual draft in my opinion. Okay, I'm not surprised by any of the picks. Okay, given where our pass rush is and where our depth is, and we needed like I know we needed a tackle, but I mean I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk about how Ballard approached this draft. So he, in his mind, I'm not a mind reader, but this is what I think Chris Ballard was thinking. I'm thinking that Chris Ballard was thinking about the depth and the pass rush was the first priority. Because go back to that Bills game and that wild card game last season. We could not get to Josh Allen. This team did not get to Josh Allen. I think last season rather, our pass rush was at the bottom of the list, like at the bottom in like sacks. I know Buckner had a bunch, Justin Houston had a bunch, but as a whole, I mean, we needed to get more pass rushers, okay, in this draft. And Chris Ballard, he addressed that very quickly. And I know we need a left tackle, but I'm sorry, but I'm not for sure where they're going for the left tackle position. Maybe they go with Sam Tevi. Maybe they see something in him that we don't. I mean, I want Sam Tevi to succeed because I think he's only like 25 years old. He still has a lot of seasons to prove himself. But I think they're going to go with Sam Tevi, but I'm not for sure. But don't be surprised if they sign another veteran left tackle. There's Alejandro Villanueva out there reports some rumors. These not reports. These are rumors that he was going to Baltimore. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. There's who else is out there? Russell Okung is out there. Jason Peters, I think Jason Peters is like 38 or 39 years old. I don't think Ballard is going to go that route. But the one name of left tackle, the one name that I would keep an eye on if I was Colts fans is I would watch out for the name Eric Fisher, because if Eric Fisher can prove that he's back, like let's say September, like the first week of September or something like that, I would sign him. I would sign him. And I don't think he needs a lot of training camp. He may need a lot of practice to get back into football shape, but I don't think he's going to need any training camp. I mean, it won't hurt him to get to training camp, but I don't see him back by August. I just don't. And if Ballard thinks that Eric Fisher can help this team in the long run, because Eric Fisher's only 30 years old, he's going to sign him. Okay, and I don't mind plugging T-Vi in for like 1 or 2 games. Okay, until Eric Fisher comes back. Okay, and then Ballard next draft can take a true left tackle, because he said something in the post, I think after day 1 or 2, he said something that was very interesting. He said he didn't see any of these guys as prototypical left tackles, whether it was Cosme, Randon's, Dayo, I mean, they all had question marks. Now, I think he wanted to get Eichenberg, but there was question marks with Eichenberg's athleticism. So these guys, most of these guys in this draft have question marks too, and I can see it too. I mean, what other analysts say about him and stuff like that. The only sure left tackle that was a slam dunk, in my opinion, actually there were 2 in this draft that were slam dunks: Paye Sewell and Rashawn Slater. Those were the only 2 in this draft that were slam dunk prototypical left tackles. Everybody else, they had question marks. Some people said they'll be suited to guard, better at guard, and it's hard to find a left tackle. Okay, it is. And Ballard, he says he's not going to rush anything. He's not going to rush to draft a left tackle. He's not, because he said if you reach and plug something in, okay, you're going to regret it. And if you do it without analyzing it, you're going to regret it. So you guys gonna have to be patient, and I have to say something to the armchair GMs out there, the Ballard haters on Twitter. Just shut the hell up, please, because you guys are bringing toxic vibes to this organization. Okay, Ballard, for 5 seasons now, Ballard has taken this franchise out of the Griggs and Pagano era. He's brought a new era and a new mentality and a new vibe to this team. So you guys gonna have to be patient with him, man. You just gonna have to be patient, and don't think that you know about how to run a team. Like don't say that you know how to run a team better than Chris Ballard. There's a reason why his peers in the NFL thinks he's the best, one of the best, if not the best GM in the NFL. Okay, he's smart, he's intelligent, he knows how to put a team together. Okay, and I'm curious to see what the draft grades, what these analysts, these quote unquote analysts, give Ballard and the Colts on the draft grades, because these are the same people who said Darius Leonard was the worst pick in the draft. And what has Darius Leonard did in the league since that time? I don't know, a couple of All-Pros, Pro Bowl, superstar status. Okay, superstar status. I mean, that's how you cannot. You can listen to people's opinions, but you cannot go by their opinions, because everybody's going to have their opinion. But I'm telling you guys going to have to be patient with Ballard, okay? Just be patient. This guy is building a winner, okay? He knows how to run this team. He's miles, and stratosphere's actually better than Ryan Grigson. So just shut up, armchair GMs, and let this man build this team into a Super Bowl, perennial Super Bowl contender. Okay, let's get into the picks now, because these are some solid picks. Okay, I don't care what the grades people give grades. I mean, I'm curious to see what the grades is, but I'm not going to read too much into that. These are my draft grades, in my opinion, and these are all solid picks. First round, pick 21 was Kwity Paye out of Michigan, defensive end out of Michigan. Slam dunk value here. I thought he was going to go in the top 15. Okay, top 10, even some people even mocked him to the Cowboys at 10. I didn't think he was going to fall to 21. I did not. I thought the Giants or the Cowboys were going to get this guy since they need defensive help, or he might even have a win to, I thought the Cowboys, Giants, and Chargers. Those from because the Chargers, they need someone opposite of Joey Bosa. So I think those are the three teams that I was really looking out for the drafting, but he fell right into Ballard's lap at 21. And what a great story this guy is. His parents, I think his mom and his family migrated from Liberia because there was a civil war over there. And this guy, in the draft night he got on and said his mom do not have to work anymore. You just pulling for this kid, man. He's a class act. He fits the culture. He's a hard worker. He had a great pro day, and I have a feeling he's going to be the next Khalil Mack. I just see it in him. He's going to be the next Khalil Mack because Khalil Mack is around the same size as him. He ran, I think, Khalil Mack. I know Khalil Mack has the same had the same measurements and pro day that he did. So I'm banking on this guy. He's going to be a top pass rusher in this league for a long time. Kwity Paye, not Kwity Paye, Kwity Paye, defensive end out of Michigan at number 21. I'm going to give this draft right here, this pick right here, an A+. We need pass rushers. We need to beef up and boost up that defensive line. Ballard hit a slam dunk with this pick, so that's my draft grade for this one is an A+. Okay, round 2, pick 54. Now this guy right here, Dayo, excuse me if I'm pronouncing his name, but I'm gonna just go call him Dayo. Okay, Dayo, because I don't know how to pronounce his name, but his name, like I said, if you want to pronounce his name, go ahead. But all I know is this guy is a monster up front. He is a beast, okay? He had a first-round grade on him, like, before he got injured because he tore his Achilles, and his rehab is going great. And Ian Rappaport said that he might be back that he could be back in October, but I don't believe that. I think he's going to be back in September, and I don't really go by what Ian Rappaport says. I'm more of an Adam Schefter guy myself, but Dayo, man, this guy is a monster up front. 6'5", 280. The Seahawks were going to get him. I heard that Ballard was saying that the Seahawks wanted to get him before they picked or after the Colts picked, but he would have been easily a first-round pick if he hadn't got injured, man. I mean, I love this pick too, man. I'm going to give this one an A because Dayo, man, and you can line them up on anywhere on the defensive line. You can line them up, and Ballard says he wants us to have an 8-man defensive front rotation. That's important because you keep guys fresh like that. Especially with the extra 17th game, you keep guys fresh like that. So you can line them up on the outside. Who knows? He might even can play some linebacker. So A grade for Dayo. We didn't have a 3rd-round pick this year. The 4th-round pick was 127, and this guy is very, very, very intriguing. Kylen Granson, tight end. SMU. This guy's a mismatch nightmare, man. He's a mismatch nightmare for safeties and linebackers. You can line him up in the backfield. He can play some fullback. And he's listed at 6'1", but others say he's 6'3", but whatever his size is, he's a mismatch. And the only thing is with him is his blocking. He can improve his blocking. And the drops, I'm not worried about the drops because him and his coaches said that was just one game. But I believe in this guy. I mean, you can line him up in a slot on the outside if you wanted to, man. I mean, and some people say, why didn't Ballard draft Brevin Jordan? Brevin Jordan is not the athlete Kylen Granson is. He's just not. And Kylen Granson's after the catch rate was, I think, 14 yards after the catch. Okay, he averaged 14 yards after the catch. And don't you know that was only behind Kyle Pitts? That was second to Kyle Pitts after the yard, because that was jack yards, man, yards after catch. Those are what teams are looking for. They don't want those little 10-yard catches and stuff like that. They want those jack yards, okay? They want those jack yards, and Kylen Granson can get you those jack yards. So he had like 14.4 yards after the catch, only second behind Kyle Pitts. I mean, that's money right there, man. And he's a miss. His route running is great too, man. So Kylen Granson, I'm gonna give this one an A too. This is going to be an A grade, you know, because Kylen Granson, he's going to fit right into Frank's offense, man. Okay, the next pick is number 165 in the 5th round. And this was a guy that I watched a lot of film on, Sean Davis. I mean, he's a good safety. He's a really good safety, a great safety. Ball skills, he can tackle. In depth, we need depth, because when Willis went out, we didn't really have the depth at safety. And I love this pick, okay? I'm going to give this pick an A2 simply because it's depth, okay? It's a depth pick. And this guy, if it was like one of our safeties goes out, this guy can play strong safety and free safety, okay? So that's my pick. I'm going to give this one a pick of A2. Number 6, 6th round, 218. Now, we traded back in the 6th round for the Saints. We traded back with the Saints, and they gave us an extra 7th round pick and their 6th round pick. So, and this pick was really intriguing too, because it's Sam Ehlinger, the quarterback out of Texas, man. This guy's had a great college career. He's like 6'1". He's Russell Wilson size, but he can scramble. He's mobile. He has a great arm, and this guy is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Ehlinger was a starter in this league. Okay, because what they said about Russell Wilson is he couldn't start in this league. He was too short. But don't rule out this guy being a starting quarterback in this league someday. The only knock on him was the inconsistencies like of accuracy, the accuracy inconsistencies. But he's a baller, man. Ehlinger is a baller, and he's been a baller. He's had success in high school. He's had success in college. And I think he's going to have success in the NFL. So I'm going to give this pick a B right here. Sam Ehlinger, quarterback. And he's going to be competing for that 3rd-string quarterback position. I don't know if he's going to beat out Jacob Eason for that backup quarterback spot. That's quarterback 2 spot. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I really wouldn't be surprised if he beat out Eason for that 2nd quarterback spot, because the guy's he's tough. So be great for Sam Ehlinger. The first of our 7th round picks was Michael Strahan. I call him Michael Strahan. I don't know why I call him Michael Strahan, because it's all, if you take the C out, it'll be Michael Strahan, but it's Michael Strahan. He's out of Charleston. He's a wide receiver out of Charleston. Now this guy, he's a 6'5", 230 wide receiver that's fast, man. He had a great pro day, and I could see why Ballard fell in love with him, because T.Y. is only signed for 1 year. Paris Campbell can't stay healthy. I'm pulling for Paris Campbell to stay healthy. This is the year Paris Campbell he's going to stay healthy this year, okay? And this guy, I think his ceiling is wide receiver too, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be a bit of shock if he becomes a wide receiver one day. I mean, he just has that build. and he's fast. And you're looking for big body, fast type receivers in the NFL these days. And the guy was there, and in his measurables, he at his pro day, they measured up. The only difference, the only knock on him, well, it's really not a knock. I mean, because there's like, you could find small schools, you could find small players, you can find great players at small schools. So he went to a Division II school, but I'm not looking at that. If you could play in the NFL, you could play in the NFL. Okay, so I'm going to give this grade a B2 simply because of, I love the upside. Okay, and finally, 7th round pick 248 is Will Fries, the offensive tackle guard out of Penn State. Now, some people say he's more suited at guard, others say tackle. I think he had like 6 or 9 starts at left tackle, and he has the size to play left tackle, but the size really don't matter. It's your technique. If he proves that he work on his technique, is like left. If they put him at left tackle, say he works like, let's say they start him at guard, okay, and move him to left tackle later, maybe that's a possibility. But I think he has the size he may need to put on a little bit more pounds, but I mean, let's see what time will tell with this pick. So I'm going to give this one a B as well, because I love the upside with Will Fries, and we need depth on the offensive line. There you have it, guys. Those are my grades, individual grades of the picks. So my overall grade of this of this draft, this 2001 Colts draft, is an A+. This is a slam dunk draft. Ballard addressed the defense. He addressed the depth. He got us a good tight end because Dayo was 32. Okay, Dayo was 32. Mo Alley Cox has improved that he can produce and contribute on a consistent basis now, and we really don't have a tight end. Also, I don't think they're going to trade for Zach Ertz. I mean, Ballard, he might trade for Zach Ertz, or he might, if the Eagles release Zach Ertz, I have a feeling that Ballard is still going to sign him if they release him. If they don't release him, because I don't think Zach Ertz wants to be in Philadelphia. I don't think he wants to be in Philadelphia. I don't. He might want to be in there, but I don't. That's if he thinks they can compete in that division. I mean, that division is not that difficult to compete in. A team with like 8 wins could probably win that division. So maybe Zach Ertz, he wants to stay there. Maybe he wants to stay in Philadelphia, or only time will tell. But if they release him, I'm pretty sure the Colts will be interested in him, because they want to give all the weapons they want to Carson Wentz. They want to put this guy in the best position to succeed. They want last year to be a fluke, and I think it will be a fluke, and I know it will be a fluke, because that wasn't the Carson Wentz you guys seen. That's not the real Carson Wentz, okay? That was a whole disoriented, dysfunctional situation he had there in Philadelphia. Okay, guys, so let me know what you guys think of my grades, my individual grades on every one of the picks, also my overall grade. Like I said, hit those like and subscribe buttons down below, and that notification bell, so you could be notified when I drop future videos, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. The schedule release is coming up within, I think the schedule release is like on the 12th, on May the 12th. It's going to be at 5 p.m. And also, I think training camp starts in August. Training camp starts in July. I think a mandatory mini camp starts within the next like month or so. I'm not for sure, but anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Stay safe. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Peace.